Hey guys, welcome to my channel XYX. So today I have taken one more topic from school science, that is physical and chemical senses. So what we are going to discuss today is number 1 sense, number 2 reversible and irreversible sense, number 3 physical and chemical sense. Also we'll see some common examples around us which can be classified under physical and chemical senses. So let's move into the video. Now what is sense? Sense is what looks different from the present time. Now let's take a small example about sense. So this is a matchbox. Now the color of this matchstick is, this is what color? Red. Now let us what color it is? This is black. Now is it the sense? It is different from what it was previous. Previously it looked something like this. Now it looked like this. So this is a sense. So next we are going to discuss about reversible and irreversible, taking examples of some common things around us. So next point is reversible sense. Now what I have in my hand is a rubber band. Now if I stretch this one, its shape, size is increasing. But if I loosen this, it again comes back to its normal form. So that means it is coming back to its original form. And this type of sense are known as reversible sense. That means after changing, it can be get back to its normal form. So this sense is known as reversible sense. There are lots more example of reversible sense. Like from water, if you put in your refrigerator, it will convert to ice. But again, that ice, if you take out from the fridge and keep it in a place, and again it will convert to water. So that is also an example of reversible sense. So in your surrounding, you might get not only one, as many as reversible sense. So look to your surrounding and get some more examples. And next thing is irreversible sense, the sense that you cannot return to its original form. Suppose you have one substance, you have got new substance. Now take for example of yourself. Now once you were a kid, you were a little baby. Now you are grown up, I am grown up. So can we all go back to that stage? The answer is no. So this is also a sense, but this sense you cannot go back to its original form. So this type of senses are known as irreversible sense. Now think of the food that you take. Now you take meat, but once it were a chicken or maybe a goat, but after eating, when you cook, so that is a different form of thing. So that cannot be reversed. So after cooking the meat, you cannot convert that meat into a chicken or a goat. So these are all irreversible sense. Now next point is physical sense. Now what is the physical sense? Now physical, from the word physical, what it means? The appearance of an object. Now appearance come in different form: shape, size, color and state. These are the 4 basic conditions of a physical property. Now based on this, if a substance changes its shape, size, color or state, so those sense can be termed as physical sense. In physical sense, no new substance will be formed. Now let us take one example. I have a piece of paper. Now you know this is a paper, always acquainted with this thing. Now if I tear this paper, or maybe with a scissor also, now I have got 2 pieces of paper. But thing is that, is this a new substance? No. What is changing? Only its shape and size is changing. Now what I have done, this sense to the piece of paper, this is a physical sense because it changes in shape and size. So this can be termed as physical sense. Next I have is some ice cubes. Now if I take these ice cubes for some minute, so what will happen to this? I have put ice cube on this plate. Now let us see after some minutes what will happen to this ice cube. Now let's see what happened to this ice. So it is left with some water. So these waters are left. So that means, so what we have seen in this experiment is that ice converting to water. So this is only in the sense in the state. That means solid, liquid and gas. Only the ice is in solid state, so it is converting to water, that is the liquid state. Again, if you put those water in the refrigerator, again it will form ice, so that means it will again go back to its solid form. Again, if you boil water, it will convert to steam, so that is the gaseous form, and from that again you can convert to liquid, from that again you can convert to the solid form. So this is only the sense in the state. So this type of senses are known as physical sense. Now let's talk of chemical sense. Now what's chemical sense? It is a sense in which one or more new substances are formed, and these new substances are entirely different in composition and properties from the original one. Now it is easier to be learned from examples. Now let me take one example from our day-to-day life. Now all we take food, all sorts of tasty food like meat, fish, etc., etc. But in the morning, when you go for your daily, bathroom, so what do you take out? The seed that you passed out is entirely different from what you have taken, and from that seed you cannot convert to meat or fish or anything else. So what we have seen here is new substance is formed, and that cannot be reversed. So two characteristics of chemical senses are, it is irreversible, and secondly, one or more new substances are formed. Now let me show you one more activity to show this chemical sense. Now I have a candle in front of me which is burning. Now here you could see some flames are coming. So this is a new substance is formed on burning this candle. So this sense that is occurring there is what sense? That is chemical sense. Now if you burn a piece of paper, now you could see after burning those piece of paper, we have got the ashes. So this is a new substance form. Now since this is a new substance form, so that sense is what sense? That is chemical sense. Now one more thing can be said. Burning always forms a chemical sense, whereas tearing, cutting, all these type of activities will form a physical sense. Now some common characteristics of chemical sense are, there may be a sense in the state of the substance. Now one common example is hydrogen and oxygen are gases, but when they react, they will form water, which is a liquid. Now there may be sense of color, there may be sense of smell. So these are some characteristics of chemical sense. Now let us differentiate between physical and chemical sense. Physical sense is a sense in the no new substances are formed, but in chemical new substances are formed, maybe one, maybe more than one. Nextly, physical sense are generally reversible, whereas chemical sense are irreversible. Now, if you are asked to classify some senses as physical or chemical, so how, on what basis we are going to classify? The first thing you have to look for whether it is reversible or irreversible. Secondly, you have to see whether new substances are formed or not. If a new substance is formed, then that sense has to be chemical sense. Otherwise, the sense will be a physical sense. Hope you like the video. In case if you have liked it, please like the video, share it, and if you are new viewer to my channel, please do subscribe. Thank you for watching.